Welcome to Mixtape Monday, guys. We're going to kick it off with a little bit of astrology, and then we're going to do some questions and talk about what's coming up this week. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'll see you in just a minute. All right, kids, welcome. It is June 29th, 2026, and this is your Mixtape Monday. This is where I take questions from you all, and I answer them either psychically or with tarot or sometimes with astrology. But I did want to kick it off before we jump into Mixtape Monday. We have some crazy energy going on. You know, I follow the Schumann Resonance Reader. If you guys are following it, you're going to see that we've had these blasts of energies, this crazy red shield that went up, and all kinds of banana stuff is going on. Follow that, and you're going to be very, very surprised what's happening. But I want to talk about something a little bit more comprehensive for all you guys. We had the full strawberry moon in Capricorn yesterday. So it's the first full moon of the summer. A lot of people want to start setting intentions and doing things like that on the full moon. Hold on to it. Do that at the new moon. The full moon is about culmination, finishing up things, wrapping up old identities, old concepts, finishing up projects, dissertations, whatever it is, building that birdhouse you're building. So full moons let us see the culmination and the completion of the things that we're building. So see if you can do that. The full moon in Capricorn is going to emphasize responsibility, long-term goals that are seen into fruition. Discipline is a big one with Capricorn. Capricorns, you guys are typically really disciplined. I know a Capricorn who's not, just saying. But what's really interesting about this particular full moon is that we should all be asking ourselves, are you building the life that you want to live in? Are you creating the wardrobe that you want to present yourself to the world in? Are you creating a space that is going to be warm and welcoming and creative? If you're not doing those things, maybe you should kind of look at what you're doing and see if your morality or your production is going in the right direction. Super cool stuff. You know, I've got a lot of pokers in the fire. I've got a lot of cool projects that are going on right now that are productive and positive and awesome. So I'm going to stick on that path. I hope you guys are doing that too. So you can ask yourself today, is this the life that I want to live in? Is this the space and the skin that I want to live in? If you want to live in chaos and gossip and craziness, have at it. If you want to live in peace and fun and harmony and have a laugh, have at it too. You can really create the world that you want to live in. So, what's especially interesting about the full moon, this particular strawberry moon, is that Mercury is beginning its retrograde in Cancer. And that combination does ask us to pause before rushing ahead. It can be a time of kind of reevaluating your plan or reassessing the plan and just kind of quiet contemplation. Just use that retrograde energy to take a pause and kind of get out of the flow of things. It is better that way. It will give you some perspective on how to finish unfinished business. So follow that. Don't force the brand new outcomes. Just kind of finish the unfinished and strategize. You can take this time as a pause to strategize. It's a very like Four of Swords upright energy. So for my tarot readers out there, if you felt emotionally stressed between responsibilities and personal life or the things that you want to do, Capricorn reminds us that, you know, we're building something that's lasting. We're not alone on this one. So if you need a little bit of help, see if you can help somebody out, see if you can help yourself out, see if somebody will ask you to help. That's really the best thing. So I do want people to ask themselves, what have you accomplished over the last 6 months? Have you overcome adversity? Have you built a birdhouse? Have you built a house? Have you redesigned your living room? What have you done? What are the things that I am finally ready to release? Let them go. We're all releasing things right now before the summer. We are getting into the fun stuff. Do that. Get into the fun stuff. Focus on the good and fun stuff. Where do I need more structure? Where do I need more discipline? And that's where that full moon in Capricorn is coming in. Like, it's saying tap, tap, tap. Make sure that you're a bit more disciplined about this and that you have a schedule and you know where you're headed. Define the goals before you set out to do the work. Makes a lot of sense. And what dream deserves another chance? This is more that reevaluating your plan and your goal set. So what dreams did I say, oh, I'm not going to do that because of XYZ? Go there, go forth. I am working on a volume of fiction. It is going to be fiction and channeled energy, and is all going to be all from the perspective of ghosts. I originally said I was going to have it released on July 1st, but I do think that I'm going to release it on my birthday. So it'll be available in Kindle Unlimited. It'll be a digital copy, so you don't have to wait for a book to come out or anything like that. But I will have it ready for July 12th for my birthday, and I will post it up. And if you guys want to read it, great. If you don't, you don't have to. It's going to be really fun, but it's going to be all perspectives of ghosts that are either channeled or fiction, and you're going to have to decide which is which. So I would love to know in the comments what you guys are releasing under this full moon and what you're committed to building next. So drop that down below. Let me know what's going on. We are going to dive into Mixtape Monday right now. I'm going to be toggling this week between the Curious Creatures Tarot and the Fergus Hall. You guys know I was all about the Fergus Hall last week, a deck that I totally forgot about. So I'll have both of them tagged in the video, and let's get it up. So I'm going to bring up that card view. If you haven't hit the like button yet, go on and hit it right now. So kids, first question. This is a hot question that everybody has been asking. It is the Taylor Swift thing. What in the world? It looks like there is a big event planned right outside Madison Square Garden. There is a permit for tenting for up to 1,000 people. This is bananas. First of all, me personally, I don't like going to the city. I used to like it when I was younger. New York City, here in New Jersey, we call it the city when we go to the city. It is the city that never sleeps. So having a wedding or even an event just prior to the 4th of July, 250th anniversary of our Independence Day, I think is nanny boo-boos, absolutely bananas. That is crazy. So this event that is being planned, I want to do a little bit of a dive in here. And this is for one of my viewers out there. It is a satellite question to questions she's been asking me. Penny, I'm looking at you. But let's see, what is the essence of this event with the permits and the tents and all that stuff? Let's see what it is. What is the essence of this? If this is a 4 of Wands, it's going to be a wedding. If it's something else, we're going to figure out what it is. Queen of Pentacles, this is a money-making event, and it is all about Taylor. Ace of Swords, departure from a former identity. King of Swords. So it looks like our girl Taylor Swift is shedding some things as well. Strength card. This is going to be a wait and see, guys. I don't think that this is a wedding in the actual sense. I don't think that they're actually getting married. You've seen me read on them before. I think that this is a business deal. I think it was part of the ESPN Disney whole conglomeration getting in bed together. I think it has something to do with that. Is that business deal going to profit from this event at Madison Square Garden? One card. Judgment card. Let's get another card. 2 of Wands. I do think so. I think we are filling pockets right now, And I think that this is a hip and happening event. Listen, Hollywood is not immune to this. Hollywood has been putting together relationships since the golden age. They were putting relationships together to hide homosexuality, lesbianism, all kinds of crazy stuff. They were putting couples together back in the day for PR. Why not continue to do it now? I will tell you this from my experience when I was in LA. Marriages between celebrities, when they are legitimate, are not easy things to put together. There's a lot of business that's involved in it. There's a lot of negotiation. There's a lot of ownership of this and that and the other things. I think that Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell are probably two people that didn't get married because they didn't want to go into all of that craziness. And when I split up with my ex-husband, it was a completely fine breakup. We were not screaming and yelling at each other or anything like that. We got married very quickly. We got divorced after a short period of time, we split up after a short period of time. We were married for a long time. We didn't get divorced for a long time. But when we had approached divorce attorneys because of the nature of his job, there was a lot of urging on the behalf of attorneys for me to go after a lot more, for him to kind of gird his loins and get a little bit tougher. And we opted not to get divorced in California because as soon as they found out who he was and who he worked for, they really wanted to make a lot more out of it so that they could get more legal fees. It's that simple. So we did it the easy way. We did it ourselves. You know, it was no big deal, no harm, no foul. We split everything up ourselves. It was totally fine. But at the same time, like, I think that this is a situation where they're not looking at the losses of a split up of the celebrity couple, but the gain and the PR is priceless. It is absolutely priceless. So watch this space. We're going to keep watching this. I do think that it is, unfortunately, a little bit fake. And some of you can disagree with me out there. Let me know in the comments what you think. And while we're talking about relationships, I want to remind everybody on Wednesdays at 9 p.m., there is Love in the End Times, where the Barnosphere's Barney and I get together and we take some viewer questions that have been emailed in. You can email advice@endtimes at gmail.com, and you can send those in. Barney and I go through them about once a week. Right now, we've got a huge backlog. We actually have a lot of questions at hand. So we're really excited about the overwhelming response, and we hope that you'll join us there or watch it on the replay. You can see it on my channel, Fortune Cookies Tarot, or you can see it on the Barnosphere. Go over and watch it on Barney's, because I want Barney to get the watch hours for now. So we are now really, really good friends. I had someone comment about how terrible he was to me when I first met him. And true, we both yelled at each other. We had quite the kerfuffle, but we're good friends now. And, you know, is there peace in the Mid-Atlantic? Yes, there's peace in the Mid-Atlantic. Barney's a pretty cool guy. Go over there again, the Barnosphere. Go check him out. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. He's got some good stuff. Let's get on to our next question. So, will the royals, the nobility, the privileged set in the United Kingdom, what kind of response are they going to give Harry and Meghan when they arrive, in whatever numbers they arrive? Because now there's all kinds of stuff, because Ravik is going to give Harry exactly what they told him they were going to give him, a bespoke approach to his visits. He's getting what he asked for. It's what he wanted. You can't leave the job and keep the perks. You don't get to keep the company car. So the whole social set in the royal family and its periphery, what is the collective doing? How are they responding to all this? The Fool 2.0. So in the Curious Creatures, they have a Fool and they have a Fool 2.0. And the Fool 2.0 is doing the same things over and over again, expecting a different result and not changing your tactics. This is what the collective is thinking about Harry And this is what the collective is doing about Harry. So I think the keep calm and carry on is a bit tricky, because what is going to happen is the chaotic response of the Sussex squad or Sussex team is something that they can't control. So I think that they're just adopting this. How is this going to work out for the collective? Strength in reverse. People are going to be aghast. They're going to be aghast, but they are going to stay in their friend set. And I love that there's lizard people on here. They're going to stay within their friend set and within their own group. So walls are up. The moat is filled. They've got sharks with freaking laser beams on their head. They're not going to let these two be a part of that world, a part of your world. They're not letting them in. Harry and Meghan are going to be standing outside those gates. Please, sir, may I have some more? They're going to be doing that, unfortunately. I think everyone is going to turn a back on them. And we saw the personification of this by one of the York sisters' husbands. I can't remember which one it was, but they were on the balcony, or they were coming out of an event, not on the balcony, pardon me. They were coming out of an event, and Harry tried to talk to him, and he just turned and kind of moved away. It was a baby version of William and the Scarfing. So I think that the people that are a part of the royal family and a part of that set are going to continue to just ignore them. So will Harry reach out to anyone in that set that is favorable to him? 4 of Pentacles. He does have some people. 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. This is blood relation. The 10 of Pentacles speaks of a blood relation. There are some people, and I think that it's Eugenie and possibly Beatrice. I think it's them. And I think that they tell him, dude, there's nothing that we can do. That 4 of Wands is in reverse. There's nothing we can do. We can't bring you home. You have gone too far. You are no longer a part of this family, unfortunately. That is unfortunate. But listen, we are going to talk more about this over a 3-part special that I am dropping today. So you get it later today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. And I'm also going to do a bonus feature that will be available to my membership only, where we look at how Queen Elizabeth sees Harry, Meghan, and the kids now posthumously. So stick around for that. The special is going to look at King Charles, how he sees Harry right now, June 29th, 2026, how he sees Meghan, how he sees the kids, what's his feelings around that. I'm going to drop those 3 days in a row. They'll be available to my membership immediately, so you can binge watch all of them. And my membership is going to get the bonus video on Queen Elizabeth. So if you want to become a member. You can watch all 3. If you want, just wait for the first 3 parts. Only the membership is going to get the Queen Elizabeth. So guys, I'm giving you a little present. We're also going to do our membership private live on Friday. So stick around for that. So now, this question, we're going to switch over to the Fergus Hall for this. Keep it fun. This was a question that I got from many viewers. So Avid Gardner dropped that Althorpe is going to be closed for I think the 10th and the 11th of July, possibly housing Harry and Meghan. And we want to see, are they staying there? Are they going to do a Diana special? Remember, they still have some connection with Netflix, and Netflix is going to want either that divorce story or they want a Diana story. So are we going to see them doing production on Diana out of Althorpe? Is that in the works? 10 of Wands. It is way too much, guys. Death card. Oh, 6 of Cups. My goodness. The Lovers in reverse and the 8 of Wands. Guys, this is a yes. They are going to do it, but it's not going to be the presentation that we expect. It's not going to be gushy. It's not going to be, oh, my mother, oh, my mother, she's so wonderful. We're not going to see that. We are going to see the warts and all version of Diana. And I think that this is incredibly stupid. I don't think that this is a good idea. He is going to attempt, I shouldn't say he, they are going to attempt to make Diana more human so that she's not looked upon as a goddess. They're going to try and make her more human. This is so freaking stupid. Like, Harry, what are you doing? He really has destroyed his mother's legacy. He did not leave her alone. He is victimizing her day after day, making it seem like she's a mess. Is Charles Spencer involved in this? No, he doesn't like it, but I do think that he was paid for it. I do think that he got a little bit of coinage for it, possibly from Netflix. So, is there going to be a graveside? Oh, is there going to be a graveside? No, I don't think there's going to be a graveside. I think we're going to get like the misty kind of look at the island. Like we'll get like a little misty look of the island with like the background blurred out. Personally, I think she's buried in the crypt. I think they did move her, and that is a the island gravesite is not the actual gravesite. I think she's actually in the crypt. So in the family crypt. So, oh my goodness. Is this going to be produced? Are we actually going to see this on Netflix? Like, I think we're going to see it like a year from now. I don't think it's going to be now. I think it's going to be a year from now. We actually going to see this footage on Netflix. Knight of Swords. And there's that 8 of Cups again, and the 2 of Swords. This is going to be the final boss for Harry. We're going to see this close out. So too bad, so sad. I can't say that there's anything good about this. So, kids, leave your questions down below. Let me know what you want on next week's Mixtape Monday. I am going to be keeping them a little bit shorter. I have made them like at least an hour long so I can get in a lot of your questions. But I think I'm going to stick to 3 questions and the astro forecast for what's going on in the sky, what's going on in the week. So let me know what you want to know, and I will cover that. But I want to remind you, later today, you're going to get the first part of the 3-part series. We're going to see what King Charles thinks about Harry right now. Then we're going to see what King Charles thinks about Meghan right now on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we're going to see what King Charles thinks about the kids right now. And then my membership, you guys are going to get the bonus where we talk about the late, great Queen Elizabeth. So thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will be opening up some 15-minute appointments later on today. So if you want to jump in and get a 15-minute little quickie with me, I will see you then. There will be a link pinned and also in the description of this video. And I want to remind you guys, I do have limited number daily of $99 birthday reading. Celebrate my birthday. We're going to be doing that through July 10th. I've got gear that I've got to buy for college for my kids. I still have to get Angus's car sorted out and sent off to school. I've got kittens to fix. I've got all kinds of stuff going on. So book those appointments with me. I'm not asking you to give me money for nothing. I'm giving you lots of insight for your hard-earned dollars. So guys, I hope you're having a great start to your summer. Keep an eye out for the poll. We're going to be talking about bikini readings or Annabelle After Dark. So there's going to be a poll that goes up a little bit later on this week. Make sure you check it out so we decide what my Saturdays are going to look like. Thanks so much for being here. I will see you in the future.